Now we should be live. I guess I didn't hit the button all the way, but we should be live like 95. We did a whole show.
Damn, see, I thought I was old, technology
Oh,
challenge and shit.
buddy.
Man. Damn,
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah, we sitting here talking amongst each other, and I'm sitting here like, man, well, let me see if I can find. All right, so Cowboy Nation, I really appreciate you all. Thank you all for tuning in to the nation. I'm gonna make sure I'm live right now at the moment because we was talking, me and my brother from another mother, no other. Don't look like Danny Glover, but keep it cool with you all. I'm talking about Mark Holmes. We don't have Joe Boo yet, but he'll be later on tonight. You see, tonight. So with that being said. Tell them, man, who you are, man.
How you doing?
The second time around.
I don't have the voice that this man has. I don't have the beard. I tried growing the beard out, but see, I look like gray beard. My wife looked at me and said, "You look like your daddy. Shave that shit off." Okay. So, but Law Nation, I am blessed to actually have him here at Joe Boo's Man Cave. I've been actually blessed to have a lot of great YouTubers here. I had Cowboy Crunk sitting there at one time, right where you're sitting. I've had Vosh Lombardi in there. I always have, of course, my buddy E2 Blue sitting over here as well. So we're going to be marathoning tonight. So I hope you had some rest because you're going to need it.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to cook some Joe Boo wings.
Yeah.
We went out and had some great lunch and stuff. We had some crab cakes, but we're going to be throwing down on some Joe Boo wings and all. Later on, we're going to be smoking some cigars outside if it's not raining. And we're going to be talking about anything and everything that you want to talk about Dallas Cowboys wise.
Yes, indeed. And while this is updating, man, I really appreciate you all for helping us grow this day one day at a time, one movement at a time, brick by brick. And once we stack these things together, this is what you get, right?
Right.
You get all of this together. Me, Mark Holmes, and whoever else that love to talk about the Cowboys, because I can say, I don't like the Cowboys at all. I love them.
I was going to say, you know what, Cowboy? I was like,
I don't. I love
Get
them.
the F out of here.
Get out of here. What did Jimmy Johnson say? The losing field is over there. You see, the sick field is over there.
You're going to treat me like a kicker now.
Yes, indeed. Kelly, really appreciate you. Don't forget to hit that like button, share this thing, man. One day at a time. Look, we got a lot of people tuning in now. Hey, we did a whole show. They don't know for 15 minutes.
Hold up. Time out. Now,
Yeah.
I want to say something here, okay? Because people have been watching my channel and stuff. I went to the Super Bowl and stuff. I wish my Cowboys, my dream, before I come up away from here, and I only have so many years left, is to go to a Super Bowl and cover the Dallas Cowboys. But being said, when I was there, I picked up this bronze statue, okay? This is a 100-year anniversary statue, limited edition. I have one actually on my desk, but what I told everybody who's been doing a Super Chat since the Super Bowl on my channel, they are getting entered in a drawing that we're going to do tonight because we got Law Nation House. So anybody that does a Super Chat on Law Nation's channel, you are entered into this. Check it out.
Check it out.
100 anniversary. It's got 100. It's like 100 base and stuff on there. It's bronze. It's actually a really nice piece. Great for your collection. And I'm very proud about all the stuff I have collected in here that's going to be passed down to my son. So Law,
What's up, man? Talk to me.
how you feel about the Dallas Cowboys right now?
Oh, man, well, I think we are in better shape than what we were last year around this time. I think that when we look at the Dallas Cowboys, collectively speaking, we got rid of Coach Redball. We did. And you already know who I'm talking about when I say Coach Red.
Thank you, man. Every offseason, I would kill him in the offseason every year because I would always say that these are the problems with them, that there's no imagination. Right. You can look back, and a lot of people will say, stop blaming the coaching. But see, I'm old school, okay? And people that say you're a bandwagon fan. Listen, I was born in the Dallas Cowboys in 1965. I remember that first Super Bowl that they went to and lost to the Colts. Okay, that's how old I am.
Woo.
Yeah, I remember how dejected my dad was that the Cowboys lost. The Cowboys were known as the great regular season team because we went to the NFC Championship. It wasn't just the Ice Bowl against the Packers.
Oh, wow.
3 years in a row. They were always like the team that just choked. They just could not win the big one.
Oh,
and then they finally go against the Colts, and they lost that one.
Wow.
And then it ended up being Super Bowl 6 with Dwayne Thomas, which is kind of funny.
Dwayne, shout out to the Thomases though.
It's funny because Dwayne Thomas did not speak that year because he had a $20,000 contract. Okay, and as a rookie, being a #1 draft pick, led the NFL in rushing and stuff. He wanted to get another contract. The Cowboys like, nah, we ain't renegotiating.
Speaking of
does
negotiation,
that sound familiar?
Speaking of negotiation, before we can go a little bit further, can you write down Jet D's name?
Did Jet just do one?
He just did one for one of these. So Jet D, he says, Mark in Law Nation Live like 95, Baby
Jet.
Beer Gang, yes.
Jet, you got a couple of them in there. Okay.
Well, he got it.
Look, I'm writing them all from all the ones I've had this last month and stuff here.
Yeah, Jet D, man. He made the donation to help grow the nation. Shout out to Antoine. Shout out to Benny Blaze. And also, who else we got over here? Jay Lynch.
Wait, is that Mr. Wright Antoine?
Yeah, Mr. Wright Antoine.
Look. I think I've done like 4 of those already for you because I'm going through and getting all the ones from the past month. So shout out to you, man.
I'm gonna see if I can pull your name, Antoine.
I might have to go into the box because I got some other stuff too that we may have to give away.
Oh yeah, man. So my Cowboys family is in here. We got Studwood Cowboy. Man, we got some people that's falling up in here that don't like the Cowboys like me. You got people that love the Cowboys.
Man, it's beyond love, man. For me, it's life. I mean, literally, everything that happens in my life, I can almost relate back to football and literally talk about the Dallas Cowboys. I'm always wearing either a Joe Boo shirt or a Cowboy shirt and everything else. Like you said, when you pulled up to my house.
Man.
Okay, true
story.
advertising. I live in the D.C. metro area, Redskin territory. Mm-hmm. What'd you see in front of my house?
Flag. Flying high. Flying high. Look, I got off the airport, went into my hotel room with this very same shirt. I don't have a lot of Cowboys merch, but I came in with this very same shirt. And the lady, pretty lady by the way, she said, ugh, what you got on? What you got on? I said, you know what it is, baby? It's the Dallas Cowboys, and I'll wear this to my grave. If they put a tomb on my tombstone, Mark Holmes, if they don't have a star on my tombstone, I'm coming up out of the grave and I'm hunting whoever buried me because I got to be buried with silver and blue. And I said, baby, you better look up LAW Nation and you can just type that into the Google machine and you will see my name, my face, my logo because we represent the Dallas Cowboys to the day we die.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
So when people say that I'm a bandwagon fan, like I said, there was no bandwagon for the Dallas Cowboys when I became a fan. But Tom Landry was an innovator. A lot of things that happen right now with the NFL are things that he brought to us.
Wow.
The Wonderlic test was actually first used by Tom Landry.
No way.
Yeah.
He educated me now.
I'm seriously, of course, the shotgun, we had the shift, the flex defense. These were all things where, going to traditionally black schools and getting players, taking, Track Star and Bob Bullet Hayes and converting him into, a Hall of Famer.
Right.
So these are things you can look back and you can point at and say, yeah, he did this, this, and this. I ask you, what can you look back with Jason Garrett and say he was an innovator on? Anything.
Wow. Nothing, really. Clapping. Hold on. We got to write some more names down in the book.
Okay.
Hey, we got Perry Lock over here. He finna lock it in for the nation. He says, good to see 2 of y'all, the best together. Haters go hate. Haters gonna hate.
Perry Lock?
Perry Lock. L-O-C-K-E.
Perry Lock.
And Mr. Wright.
Look.
Antoine.
See, you can't just do a drawing into a bucket. It's got to be a Dallas Cowboys bucket. Okay?
Yeah, the bucket and 2 tears in the bucket. You got to give another donation for the Grow the Nation, Mr. Wright, Antoine Myers. He said we need 3 more. Hey, because he put down $3.99 to put on your mind. Really appreciate you for the donation to help Grow the Nation. Yes, indeed. We're live like 95. We're not live on your page yet?
No, man.
I need to see some of the Cowboys Joe Boos out here, man. Come on, man.
I'll pull it up here. I've been trying to catch up.
Get some camera action
I've been trying to catch up on my names and stuff on my list, but he says that I need to go ahead and go through here. So let me go ahead and fire my stream up.
Let's go live. Yes.
So what we're doing tonight is we're actually
donations.
If you are new on my channel and things, we end up normally I end up doing my stuff where I've got my set over here and all that. That's where I do everything. But I've kind of wired it over here so it's a tripping hazard. But so that way I can sit right here and actually do stuff. And I'm working on actually changing the set where I can just kind of have different studios and things, kind of like, you know, ESPN. They got the football field where they have all these guys, because they'll go through and they try and give you some eye candy because the shit that they're shoveling to you is actually not that good.
Right.
So I want to thank everybody who comes in and stuff. But, you know, I'm so happy to have Law Nation here in the house and things. And we got a whole lot of talking to do with the Dallas Cowboys on the direction that they're going. Hello, friends. Mark Holmes here. And, of course, in case you don't know who this guy is, you need to come out from under the rock.
Get up out of there.
Come out of the rock, because you know Law Nation is in the house. And we're actually going to do a lot of live streaming and work tonight. Law Nation is going to be here until about 4 o'clock in the morning, and we're going to try and see if we can keep his ass up all night long. If you got questions, we're probably going to take some phone calls later on up in here to get the feel from Cowboy fans, how they feel going into free agency in 2 weeks from now.
Yes,
we got 2 weeks. What we figured out we need to do as far as the draft goes, and do we feel like we made the best decision as far as coaching goes. Jonathan, how you doing? Daniel, Sean Henry. Sean, I got good news for you, Sean. I know you sent me several emails, but I can guarantee that your shot glass is on the way. I sent that out today along with about 35 other ones. Most of you guys should have them in your hand Monday. So if you get it Monday, take a picture and send it to me, so that way we can add you to the shots video. So I'm sitting here with my man Law Nation. We are here in the house. Michael Anthony Fitness is out working on getting fit right now. He'll be back later on. We're going to be cooking some chicken wings, and we are talking everything Dallas Cowboys. So hope you guys have yourselves a tasty beverage. Hope you get your eat on, and I hope you guys have some great questions and stuff, because we're going to be doing this thing all night long. And what else we're going to do? Remember, guys, I told you about the bronze statue. Everybody who did a super chat between the Super Bowl and tonight, I'm writing down all the names.
Writing down the names. And speaking of writing down the names, we got Dallas Cowboys for life, all the way from Canada. Oh, Canada. Made the donation to help grow the nation. You guys see it over here, so you get an opportunity and a chance
Cowboys
to get this thing. And shout out to the lovely traders over here on my Facebook page as well for commenting and getting things going in the right direction.
If you're on my channel, let me know if the sound is loud enough. Q. Who let the dogs out, Q?
Who let them dogs out?
No, Q's got his dog had puppies.
Wow.
And one of the dogs actually has no front legs.
Wow.
They call them nubs.
Nubs.
But it was so funny because he sent me a video where the two puppies and stuff are going after Mama, trying to get that milk and everything else. Mama wasn't having. They're jumping her all over crazy. She just kind of hopped over the wall and stuff, just kind of left their ass behind, and they just kind of sat there pouting. But Q's been a great supporter. There's Mike J. How you doing, Mike? How you doing? Sean Henry. Yeah. So, Sean, I expect to see a picture of you Monday night before the live stream. So make sure you send it to me. No Dak Ninja. Why you gotta be No Dak?
No Dak Ninja. I like that name.
Why you gotta be No Dak?
He been there for a long time. No Dak Ninja. Shout out to you, my brother.
Mike J.
J on the trap, right?
Mike J has actually gotten a couple of the shot glass racks and things. I appreciate that. And Chaz Jewel, how you doing tonight, man?
But
we need Shango on this? Man, Shango ain't thinking about that.
Shango's on some beach somewhere.
He's in Tahiti.
Tahiti.
He ain't thinking the last thing he's thinking about. Mr. Wright, Antoine Myers, thank you very much for that super chat.
Yeah. Also, I got to say, before you got Q, right? You said had the dogs?
Yeah.
You didn't name one of them dogs Law? Well, which camera I'm looking at? Which camera I'm looking at?
It's over.
You didn't name one of your dogs Law? Come on, man. You got to name one of them dogs Law.
Birds Nation. See, it's funny because, I got Birds Nation. I got Eagle fans that are up in here, man. I don't know why they love being on here so much, but I appreciate the support, man.
The Eagles.
I'll be honest with you. I actually enjoy the rivalry and actually being able to talk trash with the Eagles and the Redskins and things. Although the Giants seem like, with the exception of one guy, seem like dogs with the tail between their legs. They don't have much to say anymore after being in the basement for a couple of years.
on top of that, we got South of Heaven. He made the donation
Oh.
to help grow the nation. You got to write his name down. Hey, South of Heaven. Put your name into the mix, man. My Cowboys family.
South of
appreciate
Heaven, dog.
And Skywalker, really appreciate you as well. Appreciate you.
You know,
Appreciate
I need my 20 jersey.
20.
My 20. What's going on? Come on, Mike. Mike.
Mike.
Let's go. Mike.
Mike.
I'm gonna leave this right here, Mike.
Mike.
I need my jersey, man.
Get the
It's the
jersey
20
together.
season. Cowboys up north. What's up, Mark? Great to see you guys together. Yeah, man, I'm blessed because I've got all of you guys out there, and I've actually got some great Cowboy friends, like I said, Law Nation and stuff. So we're gonna start. Miss Jackie, how you doing?
Oh, the lovely Miss Jackie. Really appreciate you for tuning in.
So
Yeah.
we've gotten all the work out the way here. Let's start talking about the Dallas Cowboys because I want to get some really good questions. I know we're gonna get the usual haters, and don't set me off tonight. Last night I had to go ahead and get medieval on some people and stuff
Yes,
because
got to.
I'm sick and tired of people that call themselves Dallas Cowboy fans. But look at Birds Nation.
Is that such a thing? They making a donation to help grow the nation from Bird
Well,
Nation?
truth be told,
Huh?
the statue right there is actually it's kind of like it's the whole NFL. So
Okay, yeah, I get what you said. Shout out to Bird Nation though.
But
Thank you for
but
the
here's
growth.
what I want you guys to understand. Whether you like Dak or don't like Dak,
Right.
okay?
Right.
Understand the Dallas Cowboys are going to have him. He's going to be our quarterback.
Yeah.
And you need to get behind him and hope that if you don't think he's good, hope that he is better than you think.
Okay.
Because the bottom line is for me, I want to go back to the Super Bowl. And I'm going to put my faith in the people that we have here.
Right.
Sometimes it's not about having a couple of guys that are superstars.
Right.
It's about collectively having 53 guys that can play together. You look at a New England. New England doesn't have a whole lot of superstars. They don't usually have a whole lot of high-priced talent. But what they have is they have guys that are good from the first 10 to the first 20 to the first 30. And they use all those guys. So I'm hoping that we can kind of come together and say, hey, Dak Prescott, that's my quarterback.
Well, let me ask you this though. Is Dak Prescott, and this is for people that follow the channel and these sorts of things, probably already know what I'm about to ask them. Is Dak Prescott better than, dare I say, a Trent Dilfer?
Trent.
Is Dak Prescott better than a Brad Johnson? Follow me.
Do I need to take that liquor bottle away from you?
No. Is Dak Prescott better than, dare I say, an Eli?
You know,
Joe Flacco? Is he better than Joe Flacco?
here's what's funny because I wanted. No, we always hear the term elite quarterback. Okay, and this is like eye test.
Right.
And I was trying to find out an exact definition of elite quarterback.
Talk to me.
And the article went back to I think 2014 or 2015, and they were talking about Joe Flacco was an elite quarterback, and Eli Manning.
Wow.
And their definition was a guy that wins games in the postseason.
True.
That the team looks up to, and yada yada yada. So by their definition, both of those guys were considered elite quarterbacks. Then I looked at another article,
Right.
and they were saying basically you had Tom Brady and Pat Mahomes as really the only two elite quarterbacks.
Only
right now.
two?
That's what they had to add right there. They said, Aaron Rodgers is not quite elite anymore. I think Aaron Rodgers is actually beginning to go downhill. People will say I'm crazy or say it's blasphemy, but I'll be honest with you. When they were playing against the Eagles, as much as we talk about, well, Dak Prescott didn't win that game, Aaron Rodgers had the ball, on the 4-yard line,
Right.
first down, and, touchdown wins the game, and they could not put it in.
Wow.
So when you look at that and say, well, Dak Prescott, he couldn't beat the Eagles. Well, Aaron Rodgers couldn't beat them there.
Wow.
But, that same Eagles team lost in Atlanta
True.
to the Falcons
Man,
and lost to the
ice.
Detroit Lions.
Oh,
So
wow.
are we saying that Matthew Stafford is a better quarterback than Carson Wentz? By the logic that we get for Cowboy fans, he couldn't beat Matthew Stafford,
Right.
right?
Right. True.
But people don't seem to understand that there's no quarterback that's undefeated in their career. Everybody loses to everybody.
So from what I'm understanding is, without saying it, Dak Prescott is better than those quarterbacks that I just mentioned. And you had the liberty and the luxury to watch Terry Bradshaw play some.
Bradshaw was really good.
He was really
but,
good.
You know, but here's the thing with Terry Bradshaw.
Talk
too.
to me. Was he the best quarterback of his time?
Help
us out. Help us out. We here for a while.
But you got to think about him having 2 Hall of Fame wide receivers.
True.
And you think about that defense that they had, the steel curtain. They didn't win it all because of the offense. They were a great team.
Yeah.
You know, you look at how many Hall of Famers on that team. And that's where people will say, well, Troy Aikman, he was incredible, best quarterback the Cowboys ever had. But Troy Aikman only had 1 season of 20 or more touchdowns.
Y'all listen.
Okay.
Y'all listen.
But what you had was, you had my homie, Charles Haley, in that defense that was the #1 defense in the NFL. That was also taking the football away. As much as we talk about how Russell Wilson is elite right now, Russell Wilson hasn't won the Super Bowl since he was a young pup. When they had that #1 defense, he's putting up a whole lot of numbers and a whole lot of touchdowns, but collectively he doesn't have that same team around him. He's a better quarterback now than when he won the Super Bowl. But they were a better team when they won the Super Bowl. And I dare say that about Aaron Rodgers as well. We keep talking about, well, Dak should have overcome this, that, and the other. Sorry. You know, statistically, you can look at us and say, you know, we were a top 11, you know, defense. You know, in the same way we feasted on, you know, poor teams on offense, we feasted on poor teams on defense as well. And we could not get stopped sometimes when it mattered the most against, you know, guys like, you know, Sam Darnold and Mitch Trubisky. They made Mitch Trubisky look like Michael Vick.
So what I'm trying to do is I'm painting an avenue, Cowboy Nation, that defense wins championships.
Oh, I agree.
And we got the quarterback with the pedigree, with the knowledge of the game to get us there. And what I'm trying to say, collectively speaking, that now that all of a sudden we do have the right coaching installed, right? We have the right pedigree. Because now what he's saying is that I'm trying to bring forth some good defense to the Dallas Cowboys. Although Mike McCarthy is an offensive-minded guy, but I think that what he sees with the Dallas Cowboys is that we got to elevate our defense. So going into the free agency, going into this draft, look for us to lean on towards defense.
Well, here's, you know, I hear so many people saying, let's draft a wide receiver, you know, let's do, you know, let's get somebody on offense. But see, here's the thing. With the amount of yardage, the touchdown, the scoring that you did, how much more do you think that offense can really do? I mean, you had 4,902 yards by your quarterback. Best case, you know, if we didn't have all the drafts, maybe you got 5,500, which, you know, it's close to an NFL record. But you look at our special teams that in every category was 27th or worse. If you can get a special teams that gives you the ball, you know, and better fields it, so you're not starting out on the 15, maybe you're starting out on the 30. That alone is going to give you a punch. You got a defense that was 27th or 28th and taking the ball away. Is that where I am?
Yeah, you bottom half. Let's just say bottom half.
I think we had 18 takeaways, and you compare that to New England, who had 37.
They had one guy on the team that had 5 by himself.
Right. So you know, if you give that's giving your offense the ball when the defense isn't ready. You know, defense comes off the field, man, great stop, man. You know, we're getting some Gatorade. You know, we're looking at the tablet and seeing what the offense is doing and everything else, and we're relaxed. All of a sudden you hear defense. Oh, shit. Where's my helmet?
Where's my helmet? Yeah.
You're not ready. When you run out there, and that's when the offense makes big plays. They go down the field because you weren't ready for it and get easy scores. If you go back to 2014, people will say, well, we got a better defense than we had in 2014. Statistically, number-wise, yes, except for one key category.
What's that?
We were second in 2014 in taking the football away. We took the ball away, I want to say, 36 times.
But we still didn't have the defense
but
to get Aaron Rodgers off the field.
No, we didn't. True.
And then on top of that, people fail to realize, I think we was talking about this off air as it relates to the reason why the Patriots beat us because of some type of special team play.
Yeah.
So we don't get that good special team play.
No, we don't.
I want Cowboy Nation I'm gonna paint this picture too to everybody that can hear me. We went out there for the first playoff game that we lost to while Dak Prescott was under the center, what have you, was against the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
What did we just did? we went and got some of their players and their coaching staff.
We sure did.
Also, with that, to add extra spice to everything, we lost to the playoff game to the Rams. What do we win and do? You know,
We got the special teams coach.
we've got a special team coach. Also, Skip Pete, because they was running the ball all over us.
Yeah.
And that coach, dare I say, was coaching the Rams. And we sit there and say, hey, C.J. Anderson, the refrigerator with legs. He was running everywhere. We couldn't stop him. We couldn't slow him down. But we went and got him now, the coach. So now I can envision trying to pull my mind together, Mark Holmes, that you got Ezekiel, the main man Elliott, the path of the righteous man, who you invest over 4 years, $90 million into.
Yeah.
To add the extra sauce, we got TP, are you with me? Tony Pollard. We added him into the mix. And what we were talking about, shout out to my guy Big Game James and my guy Skywalker. They went and got George Iloka onto their show. And they said that George Iloka said that we will go through a game plan for a whole week.
You blew my mind when you said that.
Hey,
shit.
man.
I'm like, are you kidding
Go
me?
through a game plan, Mark, for a whole week, Cowboy Nation. And then when Sunday hit the scene, we get punched in the mouth and they say, hold on, let's change this game plan around. We know that Tony Pollard ran for over 100 yards. And of course, Ezekiel, the main man, Elliott, the path of the righteous man, rushed for over 100 yards. But let's throw that game plan out of the way. And we do what we do best, you see. And we just going to run the ball with Ezekiel Elliott and don't even give Tony Pollard a shot. You mean to tell me you think that this new coaching staff is going to do the same? I got land on the moon for sale.
L4G Custom Fabrication. Thank you, my man. You've been a great supporter, man. You're part of that tailgate crew. Make sure you go ahead and get Marco Polo, man, because see, I've already got Q and I've got Jet D already on that Marco Polo line, so that way you can get a direct message to me, video message and stuff. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Here's one of the things that
Talk to me.
This is actually defending Jerry Jones. So
okay, as long as you said Jerry, I thought you were going to say Jason. I was gonna
no. Here's my take, because everybody says that Jerry Jones and the front office was always meddling with Jason Garrett, that they wouldn't allow him to go ahead and coach.
Wow.
I mean, that's the narrative, right?
True.
But let me back up and look at this a little bit differently. Do we know that Jason Garrett was ready to be able to handle all the duties as a coach? Because here's the thing. Now think about this. Mike McCarthy has been, with Joe Montana, working with him in Kansas City.
True.
Of course, he's been working, with Aaron Rodgers and,
Steve Bono, Rich Gannon,
he's had all these different titles and positions as a coach. Jason Garrett had 1 year of being a quarterback coach under Nick Saban. 1 year.
One? That's all?
And then he came to Dallas and became the offensive coordinator and then became head coach. Do we know that he had the skill, the talent, and the set to be able to do all these things? Because remember, he was calling the plays for the Cowboys, and we were 8-8, 8-8, 8-8, and we had win or go home games 3 years in a row, which in case we lost to the Giants, the Redskins, and the Eagles, and all of those play-in games. And to me, those were playoff games. And what did the Cowboys do? They said, we want you to get somebody else to call the plays. So when we look at this with Jason Garrett, do we know that he was capable of being able to come up with an offensive game plan, of being able to coach the players, and to do all of these things? I see you got another super chat over there.
Dallas Cowboys for life. Look, when y'all make the donation, we stop what we doing, because this support everything. You see all of the luxury and the love that we have around here. The mic is not cheap. On top of that, we got the monitor over here. We have Hennessy. We have lamp behind us in the bucket, and it's not cheap. So thank you for the donation. You get an opportunity to get this right here. Dallas Cowboys for life. Let's go. Really appreciate you, man.
Sound like we going to church, man.
Yes, indeed.
So that's my thing is, do we know that Jason Garrett was actually capable of being a head coach? We know he got the job because of nepotism, because he was part of the Cowboys family, and the Cowboys, of course, always hired people that they knew. I'm so happy that they went outside of the Dallas Cowboys and said, we're going to try some different people. And we have so many different views from different coaches. We got guys that have had head coaching experience, be it not great experience. I mean, Joe Philbin didn't exactly do well in Miami, but at least he's seen the whole situation where he understands all parts of the defense and the offense and so on. And I think that that's going to be a change. And so I look at Mike McCarthy, and a lot of people will say, Anthony Martin, thank you very much.
Appreciate you, Anthony.
We'll look at it and say he's a retread, but I think him having a year off to kind of reflect, recharge your batteries, will give him actually a good perspective of going in and coaching with the Cowboys and really kind of recommit, so to speak.
Right. I think that the things that you lamented to everybody out here is 100% on par of heading into the right direction. For 10 years, you can add 13 if you really do the math. But for 10 years, we had Coach Redball going through, I'm learning how to coach.
Right.
With some good talent. I can argue this to my grave. To my grave, Mark. In 2007, I do know that Parcells, he walked away. But if we were to have Parcells for that 1 year, we will be talking about Tony Romo and
or Sean Payton.
Oh my goodness, Sean Payton, Coach Zim. All of those guys, any one of those guys, outside of, dare I say, a Wade Phillips, matched up with a Jason Garrett, who that I will say both getting paid the same salary. That's silly.
That was a big time
Oh
mistake.
my goodness, how you think if all of a sudden you've been doing carpentry work, right? For many of years. You did all type of luxury designs, and you got the experience and knowledge, and all of a sudden you take a greenhorn, somebody just knew, wet behind the ears, and they say, well, we pay you the same job as we paying this guy. You see what I'm saying? How would that make you feel?
Right. and see, when they fired Wade, I was kind of like, well, shouldn't he was part of the equation too. Shouldn't he be going out with them?
Right. Hey, on top of that, I have to bring this to the table, Cowboy Nation. Shout out to y'all, Nathaniel Hall, Trey, Aaron Rogers, this is Aaron Archer. Really appreciate you, Blake A, and also Fresh Prince 512. Thank you for tuning in. We have to say this. Even with the 3 years we had Coach Bill Parcells, knowing that the team that they had, Testaverde, what's the other
Maximus,
guy?
thank you very much.
What's the other guy, the black quarterback, Quincy Carter?
Quincy Carter, yeah.
We made to the
and
playoffs.
We had
two out of the 3 years we made it to the playoffs. Even with that team.
This was after having 3, 5, and 11 years.
For real? Yeah.
You don't remember those?
Oh man, I couldn't remember. I was in amnesia stage. 5-11. We went 5-11 3 years in a row.
3 years in a row.
See, that's why I love being on the show with the Godfather.
And after having gone to 3 Super Bowls, that was agony watching the teams and stuff there. And so, you start. This is where.
Wow.
So many Cowboy fans, it seems like you feel like you're entitled, that we're supposed to automatically. There's nothing given to you.
Nothing.
I don't care who you are. You have to go out there and earn it. This is one of the things that I think actually hurts a lot of our Dallas Cowboy players because, unlike other teams, if you're in Tampa Bay or with the Jets and things, you got to fight to be able to get on the air and to get that publicity and stuff.
True.
Automatically, because you are a Dallas Cowboy, everybody's got a show. Everybody knows you're a Dallas Cowboy.
Right.
And so sometimes you feel like, I'm big shit.
Yeah.
And sometimes seems like we just show up and think we're the Dallas Cowboys. We're supposed to win. And see, this is kind of like where you got that rich kid on the block. He's got that nice bicycle. I'm showing how old I am. But that nice shiny bicycle and everything else. He got all kinds of candy and stuff. And here it is. I'm a rugrat.
Speaking of rugrats, we got to do this right quick. Got another donation to help grow the nation. Hey, we always got to hit the pause button for a quick second. And this is Max, M-A-X-I-M.
Is that Maximus again?
Maurice? Maximus? If I butchered your name,
well, I apologize. See, he's been in here for 2 hours and he's already sounding like me.
Yeah. M-A-X-I-M-I-N-R-A-S.
So
appreciate it.
So you have that rich kid, that shows up and yes, I'm the rich kid and all that stuff.
Right.
You got that guy that ain't got shit, who wants to get some of that stuff. He comes in and kicks your ass.
Yeah.
And that's the way you look at some of these games when we play against those other ones. You have other teams that look at it and say, if I beat the Dallas Cowboys' ass, I'm making a name for myself.
Listen.
Okay?
Nation.
So everybody, when you're the Dallas Cowboys, you got to be ready to play every single week. Because everybody wants to beat America's team. They hate you. They hate the fact that you're always talking to me. Why don't they talk about my team? You know what? I'm going to show these guys so they talk about me. And that's what you get week after week. Stuart Morrison, shout out, man.
And this is just what you're painting a picture for all of the Eagles nations out there. You ever seen the Eagles fans? They come on our page.
Oh,
they be talking all of that man cash money. And I'd just be sitting there thinking,
Sean Henry.
Yes, you guys finally got your one Super Bowl. But last I checked, one is less than 5. And on top of that, before you can get to the table and start talking about the Dallas Cowboys.
But those are old. They don't count.
But can you at least, Cowboy Nation, tell the Eagles Nation that you got to get beyond 3. So you got to talk to the Redskins first. Go to the Redskins stations and talk noise against them. Don't come over here to the Dallas Cowboys page and start talking noise and these sorts of things. And you have not even passed the Redskins yet. Beat them first, and then maybe you can have a seat at the table. That's all I have to say. Eagles fan.
Damn, did he actually go to the Redskins? Did he actually say the Redskins were better than you?
Oh, damn. Stuart Morrison, thank you so much for making the donation to help grow the nation. You get an opportunity and a chance to win this too as well. Look,
Stuart is a great supporter of the channel.
Really appreciate you, Stuart.
Stuart has done a lot of stuff. He actually has his own charity events and stuff like that.
Oh my goodness.
And things. So shout out. Robert Smith, Jason Garrett. Oh, I love this. Wait. We got a Giant fan in here. Robert Smith 2.0. It says, Jason Garrett is a good offensive coordinator. You can believe that if you want. Go ahead. I'm happy. Listen, I'm happy he's at your house, okay?
And the moon is made of cheese. Just buy your jet and rocket and get up there. I guarantee you it tastes good. Yes. So shout out to Jason Garrett. He's a great, fantastic, wonderful offensive coordinator. We're not talking bad about Jason.
Now, I tell you what, I wish I had started writing all these down.
Shout out to you, Matthew Calloway, man. Really appreciate you, man. DJ Cos, man. Aaron Archer, really appreciate you. Blake A, you might have to write that down for the donation to help grow the Cowboys nations as well as Cowboys Joe Boo and Mark Holmes and company.
Blake what?
Blake A.
Blake
Happy Friday.
Damn.
Blake.A.
Epic fail. How's that an epic fail? Wait. Damn, I love that sticker. Wait. Hold on.
What happened?
Wait a minute. No, I got a
This is total pandemonium.
From Derek, explain why it was an epic fail. What was an or is that a Jason Garrett was an epic fail?
Oh my goodness, with Jason Garrett, man. Oh my goodness.
But see,
Coach Redball, man. Shout out to him. We love him.
No,
we definitely don't know.
Honestly, I honestly look at everything the Cowboys did. Basically, was a throwback to what we did when he was with the Cowboys.
Right.
There was no innovation, and it seemed like you were saying that they would come up with a game plan, and it just seemed like, where did this come from? It's like we revert back to stupid. When he said, we don't use in-game statistics or analytics, I was like, how? What?
Yeah. And you don't do that. The possibilities and everything. What you said when he said he don't use in-game analytics and statistics and these sorts of things, you can just go back to the Minnesota Vikings game.
Oh my God.
Just break that down. I know you got the notes and the information all up in the dome, man. Go ahead.
No, here it is. You got your quarterback who is hot. He is 397 yards. Your running back. Minnesota went into that game and said, we are not going to let Zeke Elliott beat us. We are going to stack the box, and we're going to make Dak Prescott beat us.
Oh, yeah.
And Zeke did not do shit that game. He was averaging about 2 yards a game. And here it is.
1.9 to be exact.
You need a game-winning drive. Your quarterback is passing it down the field. And you end up reverting back to, well, let's go back to running the ball.
Running the ball.
And mind you, in that game, too, that was another one of those games that we had a missed field goal, right?
Oh, my goodness. Man, why you had to bring that up? Oh, my goodness.
But here it is. Yeah. Now you're going to run the ball twice and go ahead and screw it up when your quarterback had a hot hand. That's the kind of stuff you kind of look and say, The fuck?
The stupidity.
Now I'm going to tell, like we were talking about that Ram game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody talks about, oh, well, you didn't show up on the Eagles. Those two games, if you actually go back, and I actually challenge you to go back and look at these things. A lot of people will go through and they'll just say, Dak sucks. As I went through and pointed out about the Jet game, you know, people will say, well, Sam Darnold beat you guys. You know, beat Dak Prescott. But you understand that Randall Cobb didn't play. You understand that Lyle Collins didn't play. You understand. Did I miss one?
Oh, Dallas Cowboys for life. He said, I love y'all show, man. Hey, but I know you guys are busy, but can you react to the live chat more? Can you tell them the fun is so small, we could barely see. But, hey, you got an opportunity and a chance, man. I really appreciate you, Dallas Cowboys for life. Also, to Pablo, really appreciate you, as well as Trey on the Facebook panel. Really thank you for tuning in.
Hold on, Brian. Do not tell that damn lie. No.
Oh.
This is a Redskin fan. He said, we sure love Jason Garrett when he was winning. I said, bullshit, because I've been calling for his ass to be fired for a long time. Okay? You know, when they said, what year was he his coaching year? Was that 2014?
2014, coach of the year. Yeah.
You know what? I said his ass should have been fired then, because when you think about this,
talk to him.
No. Everybody says, well, we got screwed with the Dez catch, no catch. Right? It shouldn't have been that. It was 4th down and 1. You had a lot of time on the clock. You had the best offensive line in football. And you want to try and kill some of this clock. You don't want to hurry up and score and give Aaron Rodgers time. Take that offense. You had DeMarco Murray, who led the league in rushing. Run the ball, pick up the first down, and methodically go down the field.
Methodically move that.
And instead, you go ahead and see. This is where I say, okay, you know what? I can understand. You made a decision. Okay, I get that. All right, but here's the thing. Then after the game, you throw your quarterback under the bunch and you say, well, he had an option on that.
Oh my God.
So that's like, wait a minute. You don't take responsibility, Glenn Arrington, shout out to you, man. What's up, Market Law?
I can see it from over here.
In my book, 5 rings gets you. Ooh, wait a minute. 5 rings gets you a seat at the grown-ups table. Anything less at the kiddies table. Damn. He said, y'all Eagles at the kiddies table. Glenn Allen, thank you very much.
Oh, man, you might have to write his name down twice. Hey, you saying the right thing. Because here's the thing with Jason Garrett. We were so knowing that Jarwin Jones, he loved Jason Garrett so much that we were saying to ourselves, we know that Jason Garrett don't make the adjustments. You knew that, right? Mm-hmm. We was begging for us to just make it to the playoff wild card so we won't have that week off, because we knew for sure that, hey, if he get to the playoff, he won't be able to make that necessary adjustment. That's why when we went into the, who we played, the Detroit?
Right.
That's why we got our first playoff win under his administration. Mm-hmm. On top of that, if you add into the fact, when we beat the Seattle Seahawks, we was what? What were we? Wild card?
We were wild card.
Because we knew as Cowboys fans, Cowboys purists, we knew for sure that Jason Garrett couldn't make the necessary adjustments.
Prosperity.
So that's why we said, we have to make it to the playoff. Wild card. Without a week bye, because we know that Jason Garrett would not be able to make the necessary adjustments. Don't you guys know that if we were to make it to the Super Bowl, by God chance, if it's a slither of a small chance, my God, Marco.
Oh shit!
With Jason Garrett, oh my goodness.
He would have still been here.
Woo, he'd have still been here, but that Super Bowl would have been just atrocious. If you think about it, collectively speaking, because he just don't know how to make the necessary adjustments. That's just the reality of it. I hate to say that, but that's just the reality of it, Cowboy Nation.
Okay, so now we have, I'm going to tell you, we're going to get a boost.
Right.
In the same way we did from Kellen Moore calling the plays the first couple of weeks, because teams didn't know what to expect.
Right.
You know, there's 9 years of books of knowing that Dallas Cowboys, 70% of the time we're going to run Zeke Elliott up the middle. Okay, so understand that's the first priority right there. You understood that with Jason Witten being old and slow, that here's the thing, we'll leave him open.
Right.
Because we want him to be the one getting the ball as opposed to Amari Cooper or Michael Gallup, who's getting 15 yards down the field. If Jason Witten gets the ball on a 5 or 6 yard route, he ain't carrying more than a couple yards. We'll take that all day.
Right.
So that's why you look at the numbers. Damn, Dallas Cowboys for life.
For
Damn.
life. Not for a small check, for life. What he put down there, what he got down. Shout out to you, man. I really appreciate your love and adulation. My donation to help grow the nation.
Here's what we're gonna have to do. I know what we're gonna have to do because I'm looking at all of these donations that we made between the two channels.
Donations.
We're gonna have to reach into the box because I got some other stuff from the Super Bowl.
Let's bring out something else.
If I can get my ass up because I'm old.
Shout out to him, man, while he gets up. And since you guys are making this type of love and adulation for the nation, going on my page, going on.
We need to get Joe Boo's bottom here.
Mark Holmes' page.
I don't know exactly what this is, but they had these at the NFL shop. I don't know what it is.
You put it right here, you can just hold it like a rock. Hold it high. Don't hold it low. Hold it high. And so you won't fumble this thing. Let's go. Thomas Garrett, really appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Law, give Joe Boo a drink. Laugh out loud. This is from my guy, Chef. Thank you for tuning in to the nation. Cowboy Nation. As we continue to grow, this is the things that we can be doing down the line. Not just what every blue moon, but once in a while type of deal. You look. Give it. Ooh-wee, what is this?
That's the Joe Boo Sports Reports.
Joe Boo Sports Reports.
We'll give away a set of 4 of those as well.
We're giving away these now.
Now,
and of course,
you got a set that's going to go with you. So we'll be doing that. We'll be doing some giveaways through the evening. Did I miss another one?
Oh my goodness, man.
Okay.
This is a good
All
show,
right.
man. Good show. Really appreciate you all. Thank you so much.
But actually, we need to actually collaborate. I can get you back in, Skyping in and stuff.
What they say, Keith Parrish. What about Henry Ruggs? Have you got a chance to look at any of these young kids? How this?
See, I stay in my lane. Okay. I don't step on others' toes.
And
see, that's where we got to go ahead and get Vosh up in here. But everybody's talking about Henry Rugg, and he looks good, but I don't think he's going to be there by the time we end up picking. Yeah. Now, see, for me, which way you want to go in the draft?
I'm a defensive-minded guy.
Okay.
Yeah, the teams that I just mentioned, like the Joe Flacco's, the Trent Differs, the Brad Johnsons of the world. Even if you want to throw in the fact of dare I say, the Tom Brady first 3 Super Bowls. I could say that. He wasn't spectacular in those first 3 Super Bowls. And Russell Wilson. All of those teams had one thing in common. They had defense.
I was going to say.
They had defense. Yeah.
Every one of the Patriots...
Of
they'll look back and they'll talk about Peyton. They'll look back and talk about Tom Brady being a great quarterback.
Right.
But see, what's really lost is you think about those defenses with Teddy Bruschi and all of those guys that they had. Because the first couple of years, Tom Brady was really just kind of a game manager. Mm-hmm. And when you think about the Super Bowl they won last year, it wasn't through the air.
No.
And quite frankly, they could have lost that one had Jared Goff not been so late on those 2 deep routes. Right. He had 2 guys wide open, but he was late on deliveries, and they ended up being incompletions. And those could have been the difference of the game. So you got to understand that Tom Brady, I think, is a great quarterback. Don't get me wrong. Don't get this twisted. But I sit here and look at things like seeing that Jimmy Garoppolo was 3-0 with them. I look at Jacoby Brissett, being 1-0 when he started his first game as a rookie.
Right.
I look at Matt Castle having a winning record under him. And when we look at Jason Garrett, what we ended up having, listen, you still had the best offensive line in football. You still had the 4th best rushing attack, I believe, in 2015.
Wow.
Okay? Darren McFadden had 1,000 yards, and he didn't start till week 4.
Wow. Oh, you got something else to write? I got Thomas Garrett.
Thomas Garrett.
He got my last name as his first name, and Jason Garrett as his last name. But shout out to Thomas Garrett. He made the donation to help grow the nation, and he also said, "Don't fumble the ball."
Oh, but is that a foot? Is that what it is?
We can.
I mean, you can use it for a headrest and stuff. I got a couple of those. Okay,
yeah.
So we'll do that as a giveaway. We'll be giving away some shot glasses, so that way we can go shot. Because Lord knows the Cowboys make you drink. I used to only have about a drink a month, but lately here with Jerry Jones and the Cowboys, you just have to drink.
You got to. Yes, indeed. So you was talking about how this guy Tom Brady was being able to finesse his particular run as it relates to going to the Super Bowl with defense. Yeah.
Yeah. I want you. Here's where you got to understand. I'm gonna ask you a real question. If Tom Brady played on the Dallas Cowboys, if we just brought Tom Brady instead of Dak Prescott, do we go to the playoffs?
I don't think so. I don't
If
think so.
Tom Brady played for Jason Garrett, does he win the Super Bowl?
I just don't think that he's that much of a difference maker. I know I'm going to get hate mail for saying that, but I don't think that one player is that much of a difference maker. And here's why. And I know I'm going to get crucified on it. But do you remember, although they made it to the Super Bowl, Peyton Manning, that year, they made it to the Super Bowl and they got beat down by the Legion of Boom. You
Right.
remember that year? They had to put pieces around Peyton Manning. That team was collectively still loaded, what have you. But what I'm trying to say to everybody, that it's a collective unit, not an individual unit. And what I mentioned earlier by mentioning the other Brad Johnsons, the Trent Dilfers, the Joe Flacco's, the Eli Mannings of the world, even Russell Wilson, is that it took a collective team to get us there, to get them there, basically. And it would take a collective team to get, dare I say, the Dallas Cowboys there. Even if you look back at the early 90s.
Right.
You witnessed this and you was more, I guess, in tune with the Cowboys than I was at the time.
Because you were a baby.
I was a baby, man. I was still young. I was still.
What he's saying is your old ass. Okay.
But what I'm saying is that you could identify with those Buffalo Bills teams. They was loaded. You see.
Yeah.
They had Bruce Smith, they had Andre Reed, they had Don BB, they had the running back Thurman Thomas. Shout out to Thomas's. You know what I'm saying? They had they had the best offense you can buy because the quarterback Jim Kelly, if you look at his numbers,
Jim Kelly was a beast.
He was their version of Pat Mahomes. You see what I'm saying? During that time frame. But how many Super Bowls do he have?
He went to 4.
But
see, that's one of those ones that, I don't blame Jim Kelly because, I hate to say it, the kicker, I can't remember his name. He went to JMU. But it's one of those things that we just kind of strike out of our memory because he went to JMU. But had he made that kick against the Giants, their future might have been totally different.
Yeah.
Having the momentum of actually winning that one. But you're right. They ended up having great players. You had Thurman Thomas, who was an incredible running back. The K-Gun offense was incredible. The fact that they were able to throw the ball in the weather that they did in Buffalo was amazing. They had Bruce Smith, who was, I believe, the all-time leading sack, leader and stuff. And they were stacked. They were a great team. The Dallas Cowboys, understand though, were a little bit better team. And you look at this, you can say, it was all Troy Aikman, but it wasn't. Collectively, you had, Michael Irvin. You had Larry Allen, who literally was bench pressing like 700 pounds.
I'm surprised you just said Larry Allen and didn't put Big Larry Allen in front of it. Big Larry, and shout about Eric too.
Eric Williams, Mark
God.
Spiknowski, Mark Tuinei. I mean, you had an offensive line that literally opened up holes that I could run through right now. But even with that, you still had a Michael Irvin that was able to go deep. And because of that, you had guys who were more of a role player like Alvin Harper that could go across the middle and go down.
I know you can't.
You had a great tight end in Jay Novacek.
Novacek, I know it.
So
yes.
you had all of these guys, and you had the number one defense in the NFL that took the ball away with a prime time. Okay?
Oh, number one defense. There was not one person cried and begged to say, "Hey, can you put me in the Pro Bowl?" You remember that?
Yeah.
Look, they used that. This is where head coaching come into play. They use that as fire and desire. And I'm not talking about our Cowboys. I'm not talking about us swiping. I'm not talking about us talking about hot boys and these sorts of things. But let's be real about it. Did you know that one of those guys, like you said, was not one of those guys was selected to the Pro Bowl?
They didn't deserve to.
Yeah.
Now, you know what?
But the defense was top.
I've met D-Law.
Oh, wow.
I've actually interviewed him. Joe Boo's actually interviewed him.
Shout out to Joe Boo.
His rookie year or second year. I like D-Law. D-Law can be a beast. What I hope is that this season ends up being a big slice of humble pie,
Right.
and that he rededicates himself to being a beast. I saw a clip of Zeke Elliott working out like crazy. He looked like he was getting ready for skiing.
Yeah.
But he's working. And I'm hoping that these guys look at it and say, you know what, I got paid last year. Last year was not the season that I think I should have had.
Yeah.
I've got to do better.
Right.
Because this whole thing of, I'm going to sue the 49ers for,
for taking my name and putting an extra Z on the end of it. Yeah.
Here's the thing. Do you think the Doomsday Defense went around and said, we're the Doomsday Defense?
Oh, no.
Do you think the Steel Curtain said, we the Steel Curtain?
No.
Do you think the Purple People Eaters went around and said, we're the Purple People Eaters?
No.
Did we go around and say, we're America's team?
No.
What it was is they went out in the field and people looked and said, damn, those guys are like a doomsday. When you come to Dallas, you ain't getting shit. It is literally like it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
And that's how you get a name.
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired of people. We the Purge Squad.
The Purge Squad.
We the Hot Boy. And Hot Boy, I'm sorry. I hated that Hot Boy. I want to think of Hot. Every time I think of Hot Boys, I just want to think of like a boy band. Hot Boy. I'm sorry. It doesn't put any fear in me. Hot Boy. I get the reference, but I'm sorry. That shit sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what I want D-Law to do is, like his mama said, shut your mouth and let your play on the field do it.
Yeah.
Because that's where you look at it and say, you're out there promoting yourself instead of promoting yourself on the field.
Right. Promote the team, not individuals. And I understand this modern day time in society. Everybody got a YouTube page. Everybody got a Facebook page, a MySpace, a Black Planet page. What else page out there? A Twitter and a Twitch. But I would say this. We love the Cowboys. We Cowboys fans. We're not Purge Squad fans. We're not Hot Boys fans. So what I want this new team to think about when they're heading into this 2020 season, to use that 2020 as a vision and to say that, hey, we were sullied, we are denigrated upon. We got all of these talking heads, including me, talking about us. I want to go out there and make things happen on the field.
Oh, wait. Junebug.
Shout out to Junebug.
Derek Barnett debate you and me. Who are you? And why should I debate you? Who are you? I'm sorry. Derek debate me. What? Who are you?
Who is it? Who? Yes, indeed.
We need a new punter.
You need a new punter. It's G. What's good with you, Blake A? What's good with you, Donald?
Okay.
Jerry, really appreciate you too.
I'm almost there. Damn, I'm almost there. Okay, you know what? But here's the thing. I was gonna do a video on this later, but I'm gonna give you guys hope. Okay?
Hope.
Because all you Eagle fans that are pounding your chest, I remember when you guys won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That I remember somebody saying that, the Eagles fans, we're going to be running shit for like the next 10 years. We the bomb. Ain't nobody going to have a chance. And I said, you might want to pump the brakes on that. But let me grab this little list over here if I get my old ass up.
And how many years it has been since the Eagles won their Super Bowl now?
It's been a couple years now.
It's been a couple years, so you guys better.
Forgive me, my back is killing me right now. Okay, so here's the thing.
He got a list.
I did my paperwork, okay? And it hit me this morning because, see, the NFC East is not like, the Patriots division. Patriots every year, the Patriots going to win. Yeah. Basically, if you bet on the Patriots winning the division, it's probably even money.
Even money, yeah.
The NFC East, since the Eagles in 2002, 2003, 2004 won the division, they owned the division. Wow. Since that time, it's always been somebody new.
Oh, wow.
Including 3 times that we've had Super Bowl winning teams. That those teams did not repeat being the division champs. Now here's where we go. The Eagles in 2004 won the division at 13-3. You know what they were the next year?
9-7.
6-10.
Wow.
The Giants in 2005 won it at 11-5. They were 8-8. Then the Eagles won it again in 2006. They were 10-6. They went 8-8.
Oh wow!
Our Cowboys won it 2007 at 13-3. Went 9-7.
Oh wow!
The Giants won it the next year was 12-4. They went 8-8.
Wow!
The Cowboys in 2009, we were 11-5 and won it.
Yeah.
dropped to 6-10.
Wow. Woo.
The Eagles, 2010, 10-6 went 8-8. You see a pattern here?
I see the pattern, if I can think it out, is that every time you made it to the
Every time you won the division,
it plus made it to the playoff.
now, I will say
Yeah,
that there
it fell
was
off.
2 times that a team ended up winning the division. The Giants in 2011 9-7 ended up being 9-7 the next year, and the Eagles in 2013 at 10-6 ended up being 10-6 the next year.
10-6 back.
Other than that, every other year teams lost by at least 2 games, in some cases by 7 games more.
Wow.
So on average, the team that wins the division the next year loses by 3.4 games. Now it's funny because Dan the Man Cunningham, thank you for that super chat. Oh, I missed a couple in here. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, and
Hey,
also
Chris Miller.
write down Glenn Arrington. Made the donation to help grow the nation. Just joined the channel membership as well. So free.
Glenn Arrington, boom.
Keep home preaching. Really appreciate you. Thank you for joining the channel membership.
I
Tell
did-
about the channel membership on your end as
Oh
well.
well, okay. Well, here's the thing. You know,
Good
we've got,
segue right
we
quick.
actually have channel memberships here on my channel and stuff. We're doing a whole bunch of different things. There's a couple of different levels.
Right.
If you become a member, you get a shot glass, and I want you to send your picture in because we have a shot video where we got everybody holding their shot glass and stuff that we play. And depending on what level you get, we've got different accesses for our tailgates and different merchandise that we end up sending you and things like that because it's helping our channel to upgrade and stuff that we're doing. The fact that I'm actually able to sit here and actually look at my software and stuff is because of the donations and stuff from the
Right.
fans and stuff, and it goes beyond just being channel members.
Yeah.
It goes beyond. I mean, it goes to even watching the channel, liking, subscribing, and being part of it. All these things help the search engine optimization and everything else and all that. So that way we can try and bring you some content, or at least what we feel is great content. And I
Yeah.
think you got another one there too.
Oh wow! That's Glenn Arrington.
Okay.
Yeah. On top of that, they give you behind the scenes stuff, like he was saying, and private videos and private live streams. You see.
Yeah,
So-
and
so that goes a long
that's where
way.
we're going to be doing more and more stuff as
Yeah.
we get closer to the season. So I appreciate all the support.
Really do.
Now I forgot where I was.
You was talking about the fact that when a team do win the division plus go to
Oh,
the
that's-
playoff. Yeah.
And here's the funny thing, because I talked about this
Mm-hmm.
because I did the same thing with teams that that go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl.
Wow.
And basically, it's about that same. On average, it's about 3.2 losses more the next year
Oh wow.
for teams to go to the Super Bowl. And I said that to the Eagles. They said, "Oh, you're just a hater." It's like, really?
Yeah.
They went 13-3.
Mm-hmm.
The next year, they went 9-7.
Oh wow.
So they fell right into the category as the statistics went through and followed it. And now that's not to say that they don't go through and have a great season next year, but I look at the Eagles and say, okay, your team has a lot of holes.
They do.
You have a lot of older players, okay? The fact you got Jason Peters, you're saying, you can go ahead and check out free agency stuff. Even though
Yeah.
he is injured a lot, when he
Yeah.
plays, he is a great player. He's a future Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
That's another guy they got to replace. You look at them basically like buzzards circling around.
Right.
Our Dallas Cowboys, hoping
Yeah.
that Byron Jones and Amari Cooper end up going. They got a lot of holes that they have to fill, and they don't have as much money as the Dallas Cowboys have to do it with.
I think they got 41 million, and they
Yeah.
already paid their quarterback. So 41 million. That's a lot of money. That's still a lot of money over the cap or what have you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Well, under the cap, 41 million. So I think
Chris
they can
Miller,
still make
thank
some
you very
moves.
much.
Yeah.
And Dan the Man Cunningham, I appreciate both of those super chats. I got you guys up in here. You can see we're going to be doing quite a few giveaways and stuff tonight. Hope you guys are enjoying the comment stuff. Shout out to Law Nation being in the man cave. Yeah, man.
Yeah, first time in here, man. Pretty nice setup, man.
Well, I've got to go through because I got too much stuff. I think what I'm going to have to do is just start giving some stuff away. Michael might be mad because some of that's his inherited. Okay, he'd be like, "Hey, no, you can't give that away." But I've gotten a lot of really nice stuff from some fans and stuff. And believe me, you don't have to send. Please, you don't have to send me stuff. I don't have places to put it on, but I'm very appreciative about it. And what I really want to be able to do during the season is be able to bring some fans and stuff in here.
Wow.
So we get 15, 20 people or so coming in here, being part of the live stream and watching the game and, having fun together.
The setup is really nice, Cowboy Nation. This is wonderful, wonderful.
Derek Barnett, you want me to debate you on Dak. You keep asking for logical reasons on why people are not happy with Dak. Okay. All right. Why don't you comment a couple of them over here and let me see if they're actually worthy of having a debate.
Well, the thing is, the craziest thing of it is that the Cowboys do believe
Glenn
in Dak.
Arrington, thank you very much.
Glenn Arrington, really appreciate you for making donations on both deals, too.
Oh, he got you on that? Okay.
Yeah, he made a donation earlier, man. I really appreciate you. Here's the thing, though, Cowboy Nation. The Cowboys do believe in Dak Prescott. And here's why I say that. Anytime you put a $33 million contract on the table, you see, on top of that, the new collective bargain agreement is not settled or set in stone yet. They still gave him an offer. It's not like they said, well, 33 is not going to be an offer. So it could be a situation, Mark, where they looking at it like, look, we're going to wait till this collective bargain agreement go all the way through. But
I am the sheepdog, too. I think actually that's where everybody is waiting right now. Because see, here's the thing. That's another one of those things where they're using that as a kiddie. They're saying, we're not making these deals. I think the owners basically have colluded and said, listen, don't make any of these mega deals and stuff until after the players sign this. Because, see, for the rookies, what I'm hearing is the minimum right now is like $400,000. It's going to go up to like $610,000 will be the minimum salary.
Oh, yeah.
You're looking at the possibly Orlando Scandrick was saying that his projections for this year's salary cap this year would be $240 million. That would be an additional $40 million on the cap. In which case, if you are like Kansas City, you're looking at that and saying, let's wait until we get this new deal because we only have $13 million right now cap space. And we may not have to get rid of as many players as we have to if it doesn't go through. So I think that's one of the reasons why the owners are trying to put more pressure on the players to get this thing done.
Yeah. And I believe exactly, falling in line, exactly what you're saying, is that technically speaking, there's no such thing as salary cap hell. If you look at the actual data and the number and the historical data, for anybody that knows math or anything, since 2014, 15, the NFL been at an all-time high. All-time high is
2012, it was 120. And it's gone up every year since then. 120. It's averaged $10 million a year. And think about this.
Ooh, that's a lot of money.
No. Think about what's happened in that time. You had the anthem protests where people were pissed off and not watching.
Right.
You had the concussions.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the concussion movie and the players that were all suing and they were saying, oh, football's going to die. Football is, it's on its last leg.
The
you had viewership go down.
Yeah.
Yet, the salary cap still went up by average $10 million. To put that in perspective, if you do math, think about this.
Quick math, yeah.
$10 million on each team, multiply that by 32 teams. That's $320 million. Now, basically multiply that by 2 because that was the player share and the owner share. So that means gross revenue went up by $640 million a year. Even though attendance was down, because of the anthem protest, because of concussion protocol and all that stuff. All of those things happened, and they still were making $600,000 more to be able to have the salary cap go up. Now you add into it having another week of football with the television contracts, gambling. Right now, Maryland just passed, is putting on the ballot for this fall.
Right.
Gambling at the Redskins' new stadium.
Wow.
There's a license for the Redskins to have at the stadium. We're talking sports books. You'll be able to go to the stadium when they build a new one and get rid of that piece of shit dump they have.
Right.
You'll be able to go ahead and put, hey, man, I'll put $200 on the Cowboys to win.
Wow.
At the stadium.
At the stadium.
Do you know how much money that's going to... I'm going to tell you because...
Talk to me.
They started doing something new. They had a 50-50 raffle for NFL charities.
Right.
So basically, they just had people walking around with a sign, 50-50 raffle.
Right.
At the Super Bowl, just between the pregame and the game, they ended up getting, I think it was $900,000 at the stadium for people just to gamble for a 50-50 raffle. So 50 of that went into the charity. The other 50% went into the NFL's pocket. So think about all that money that's going to be part of the salary cap, along with having more games. And see, the NFL is trying to get this thing done because they know that right now attendance was up for last year.
Right.
Viewership was up. We got a new labor agreement. We got an extra game. TVs, just make it rain on us.
To make it
Just
rain.
make it rain on us with money. And I guarantee you somebody's going to start streaming games.
Oh yeah, I think that Twitter already to start trying to go down that avenue of streaming games and Twitch or whatever.
And just like Netflix started out real cheap,
right?
Now that you hooked, guess what?
The
price keep going up. So the NFL, you know, they haven't been in business losing money. They're about making money, and they got it.
And that wasn't the case in the scenario as it relates to 2000, 2001, 2002, and 3. And that's why we were in those bad moments as it relates to the Cowboys, because we had bad contracts with the Joey Galloways of the world, the Roy Williams contract.
Oh my God,
we had horrible contracts.
And see, that's where we had Jay Radcliffe. Marion Barber. We paid Marion Barber what, $54 million?
Oh my goodness.
Marion Barber. He wasn't even a full-time starter, and you know he ain't gonna make it that long.
In 2016, I believe.
Travis Collington, thank you very much.
Appreciate you, Travis. Hey, in 2016, I think we were still paying Miles Austin. You see, I remember 2017, I think we were still had Miles Austins on the books. But here's what I'm saying, is by the collective bargain agreement, if they do sign this, even the old collective bargain agreement in 2015, 16, 17, and beyond, if you just sit your butt on the bench the next year, you get a raise. You see, all it took for you to do is make the team. The salary cap been increasing, like you said, since 2012, collectively speaking, more and more. And by you just sitting on the bench, you made more money, you see. So my thing is, Cowboy Nation, stop saying and stop echoing the people that don't do their research, who don't understand money, sitting there saying that if the Cowboys paid Dak Prescott, the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys would be put in place in salary cap hell. There's no such thing, because the revenue is at its all-time high. On top of that, last year, Mark,
think about the Giants eating $16 million of Odell Beckham Jr.'s contract last year.
Just ate it,
Just ate $16 million just to get rid of his ass.
Goodness. Oh my goodness.
You know,
Good
Nick
stuff.
Foles, you know, that we were talking about, like, Nick Foles, that, you know, they owe him a boatload of money, and they're like, you know, shit, we'll trade him in a pick to you. Just take him off. We don't want anything returned. Just take this motherfucker off.
Just take him. But it is what it is, nation, is that now that this NFL is at its all-time high. We were talking about when Carr got his money in 2016 or 17, whatever it was 25 million.
He was, the highest paid for a minute.
For a minute. All it does is it reset the market. There's no such thing as you getting paid as it relates to top 3 or top 5 talent. All it does is reset the market.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing, though.
So Todd France knows this. You know Todd France knows this.
But see, the thing people don't seem to understand is when you look at 2 years ago, when the salary cap, when Kirk Cousins got his deal, it was about $180 million. Now it's $200 million, maybe it might be $240 million.
Right.
A lot of that is the cost of living. I talked about when I worked at McDonald's in high school that I made $3.35 an hour. Because, and at that time, that was actually a lot of money, because it was, 34 years ago or so, or something like that, or 36 years ago.
Wow.
But you look at it now, they're making $15 an hour.
I'm 37 years old,
okay.
So I was 1.
Okay. So, but that's a normal appreciation, because that's what the market is doing. So people just get bent out of shape. I think there's another underlying reason why they're mad that Dak Prescott might be highest paid. But think about this.
Talk to me.
Kirk Cousins. I'm wondering if Kirk Cousins will say, you know what? I got $88 million from Minnesota already. I've made $128 million. And Minnesota is, they got 1 year left on his deal.
Right.
They're saying we're going to try and, get an extension for him. I wonder if he's going to take a pay cut and say, you know what? I got enough money for me for the rest of my life. Let me take a pay cut because I want to win the Super Bowl. Do you think that's going to happen?
No, it won't happen, because, like you said, everything is collective bargain, agreed upon. And what happened here is that Kirk Cousins, dare I say, have an agent. And his agency, we're not allowed that to happen. on top of the fact that he's not been winning Super Bowl rings, and on top of that, you got to understand that there's other people that's under that, dare I say, contract. You see, I'm talking about the agency contract.
Right.
You see, not the NFL contract.
Glenn Arrington, thank you very much.
Glenn Arrington's on
Mark
the roll.
Holmes, Law, Vosh,
Yeah.
and E2 at the same time.
Oh, wow.
He could be called the Cowboys' Great Wall of Knowledge. Damn.
Oh, wow, that's good stuff.
Damn.
Man. Shout out to your AO, man. It's on my Twitch page. Man.
Actually,
I really appreciate you.
that's what
Yeah.
I might be able to, as soon as I get these finished, I'm actually going to send a message to E2 and say, hey, I can Skype his ass in.
Yeah, Skype him, man. Put him
He
on
won't get
TV.
into chicken wings, and he'll be mad about that.
Yeah, man.
But
Oh, I can't wait to get Joe Boo chicken wings, man. I've been watching and salivating as I watch from Dallas, tuning in to Mark Holmes' page and watching how they eat like Ezekiel Elliott does on Sundays. And I sit there and say, hey, can I get a piece? What can a brother do to get a piece? And
All you
I'm
gotta
right
do is-
here in the man cave. I can't wait till you drop the chicken in the grease. Hey, I'm going to eat it all the way up. I'm going to be Ezekiel Elliott that thing.
Well,
but what I'm saying is that
I got 10 pounds up there ready
10
to go.
pounds ready to go. Cowboy Nation, I will say this. We was talking about Kirk Cousins, and we got so much. We can talk, as you guys can see, till the sun comes up about the Dallas Cowboys. Marathon show. We was talking about market, right? About the fact that, what's this guy named, Kirk Cousins.
Mm-hmm.
He just can't sit back and say, well, since I made $128 million, I will sign a deal that's for 4 years for $20 million. Outright, it's $20 million. He can't do that because you stay in this wonderful, beautiful, lovely housing community.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you be pissed off and upset if your neighbor right down the street sold his house less than market value?
Right.
Sold his house.
You
I'm
messing
talking
up.
money to you guys now.
You're messing with my money, yeah.
Hey, if he sold his house at $10,000 right down the street, you would start a riot. You see what I'm saying?
I finally got them all. Okay.
I mean, everybody in this housing community
Yeah, you just-
will go down the street and say, no way, we're not allowing this to happen. We're not allowing this to go through for you selling this house at $10,000 or at $100,000. I'm not going to put down your house at market. You know what I'm saying? But that's collectively what we're talking about as it relates to market value. You can't just sign a deal way below fair market value and expect that the other people within the community or within the quarterback situation to sit back and say to themselves, oh, that's a nice deal what Dak Prescott is doing. What Tom Brady did was uncommon. And I guarantee you, I'm going to go to my
But
grave
New
saying
England,
this.
but New England didn't pay anybody. New
I
England never
guarantee
paid
you that-
anybody.
I guarantee you that Rod, what's that guy?
But, you know, he's
You're
looking
paying
at
him under the table.
it might be.
You're paying him merchandise, TB12. Remember that report came out, TB12 jerseys and T-shirts were being sold at the stadium, and they said that that's not supposed to happen. That's not within the collective bargain. But by them being in Patriots land, they don't do the
they get away with
investigation
all
for
that
that.
shit.
They can get away for it. But I guarantee you, about 30 years from now, ESPN 30 for 30 going to be doing a
Coming
special
through.
report
Yep.
saying that Tom Brady got paid under the table. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that.
You know what?
Yeah.
There's a lot to be said about that.
Yeah. You can't have your own.
This guy,
merchandise
Derek
sold on
Barnett,
the stage.
debate you and me on Dak. You keep asking for logical reasons on why people are not happy. You know what? Hey, Derek, how about you do this? Do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Does he?
I don't know. Derek Barnett, I thought he was the defensive edge rusher for the Eagles. Huh?
No.
Yes. Salad was good. Which appreciate you for tuning in. Where's the live McDonald's? Is $17. He said, "Where do you live for McDonald's to pay $17 an hour?" On my Twitch page.
Well, I don't know about 17, but I know in California that it's up to like 15 and stuff.
Oh,
And I know
gotta go to
DC
California.
that they're working on that too.
Yeah.
But we're working on trying to get E2 actually Skyped in, and I think I can actually put a camera up in here too. So I'll have to set this up. But Derek. In my Shannon Sharp, Derek. Shannon Sharp look, okay. Do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I'm just curious. Do you have a YouTube channel? Okay. Why don't you go ahead and do a YouTube video? YouTube, okay? Do a YouTube video. Call me out like most people do, and we'll Skype you in and do something. How about that? You know, don't come, to my house and say 50 times, debate me. I don't know who you are. I mean, you might be a crazy person. I might put you on air live, and you might all of a sudden just rip off all your clothes, and then I, get demonetized. I don't know you, brother. You might be a crazy man. And believe me, this channel attracts a lot of crazy people.
So what you're saying is to Derek, earn your grains of salt.
I'm serious.
Earn your stones around here. Don't just be talking in front of the camera, saying what you gonna do and you don't have a YouTube page. Do he have a face logo beside his thing, or he just like a guy with no logo? He have nothing. He don't have a picture of himself at least. He just have Derek.
Well, he's got a picture.
He got a picture. Shout out to you, Derek. Shout out.
I know I posted this before. If you are a player in the NFL, you need to try and get all the money you can, but it's the owners to bring back to reality. Mm-hmm. You know what? I tell you what I saw. Yeah. And it's funny because you know how many times I post stuff and then all of a sudden I see other people going, I was in there in Miami, okay? I was enjoying the weather. Yeah. And I literally, I tried to get access, okay? I literally almost got tased trying to rush the fence to get in to see Jerry Jones's yacht.
Oh, wow.
But I ended up hiking the causeway, and I don't know why they call bridges causeways in Miami, but that's what they call them. But we hiked up the causeway so that way I could get pictures of the back of his boat.
Wow.
And people are like, it's not that big. It's like, no, if you look at the pictures, you see my steps right here?
Yeah, I saw.
There's 2 sets of steps that go up the back of that like this.
Right.
There's 2 sets of steps that go up on the back. And so you realize how big the back of this boat is.
Wow.
So this thing is
huge.
It's huge. And just looking at I was like, okay, so I posted those pictures and stuff on there. Mm-hmm. So I had a point why I was bringing this up, but now I can't remember what it is because I'm getting old and the rum's kicking in. But there was a point to this with Derek Barnett. But the owner, I know what it was.
Okay.
You say the owners need to bring the players back to reality. Okay, why is it Dak is the only one to bring back to reality? I can understand when you look at New England saying, Tom Brady didn't get paid a whole lot of money because basically when anybody, was it Jamie Collins?
Yeah.
Jamie Collins was like, you know what, I want to raise. And what did they do? They shipped his ass off to Siberia, Cleveland.
Yeah.
Bye. Boy, bye.
Bye.
Okay, see
bye,
you.
Felicia.
Okay, they're the type of team that'll take a Pro Bowl guard in training camp and trade him to Miami. Yeah. So I understand when they're bringing them back to reality. Mm-hmm. But what did the Cowboys do when it came to D-Law? When D-Law said, you know what, I'm not getting my shoulder fixed, and they said we're not going to reset the market with him. We're looking at $18 million. What did they end up paying him?
They gave him more.
Zeke Elliott. Okay, we got the 5th-year option, so we got 2 more years of Zeke Elliott. We're not going to reset the market with Zeke Elliott, right?
Right.
You already set the precedent. You're saying that the owners should be bringing the players back to reality. Right. If you didn't with these guys, then why is it now this guy who literally, the reason you have money, let's be honest here, the reason you have money is because you have not paid a quarterback since Tony Romo. He let you get out from under Tony Romo's contract, and as well as Des Bryant's contract, and all the stupid ass mistakes you made before, and you still have not paid him. Had you been paying Tony Romo, let's say he stayed healthy, guess what? You wouldn't have $77 million in cap space right now. That money that's sitting there, that's the money that should have gone to your quarterback. Whether you say he was the best quarterback or not, on average, you're looking at $25 million. You can look at, say, the last 3 years that you did not have to pay that guy. You can say 2016, we're still paying Tony Romo. But that $77 million is money you did not spend on Dak Prescott. That guy made less money than your punter. Guys like Jeff Heath made more money than your quarterback. Everybody on that offensive line, literally last year, made 3 times the amount of money that Dak Prescott has made in his career.
Michael Gallup is making more money
on his rookie contract. Okay, all of these guys. I want you to understand that. How many games has Tyron Smith missed in the last 4 years? About 3 a year, right?
Yeah.
That's 12 games. But yet he's got. It was $17 million last year's cap hit, $13 million this year. He's missed that many games. Zach Martin, all pro. He missed a couple of games in there, right? Connor Williams, how many games he missed? Travis Frederick missed the whole season.
Preach.
Right?
That's too much knowledge.
Lyle Collins missed some games, right? All these guys got like $10+ million except for Connor Williams. your quarterback, who hasn't missed a game. He might be the only guy
that have not missed
a game. Oh, wait, we need to actually check that out.
I need to look that up. I definitely need to look that up.
I think he might be the only guy. I mean, we know Zeke did because he was suspended.
Yeah.
We know Zach did. We know Tyron Smith did. We know Lyle Collins missed time. We know Travis Frederick did. We know Connor Williams did. Everybody on the offensive line.
Yeah.
We know Jason Witten was out for a year.
True.
We know Amare's missed some time.
Matter of fact, hold on.
I don't know if Michael Gallup has.
Hold on, I'm trying to collect my thoughts. I think that they brought Jason Witten back. And he made more money than Dak Prescott. Hey, I'm about to look that up.
Yeah, he
collectively
did.
speaking, since 2016, if you know what I mean, Jason Witten, he had half. He lost half.
Oh, wow.
And he still made more money than Dak Prescott.
Okay, so with all that for 4 years, you guys say he needs to take another discount.
Another discount.
Okay.
A guy with no half.
How fucking crazy is that? The only guy who's played for 4 years and hasn't missed a single game.
Yes. OMG. I cannot make this stuff up. Jason Witten.
You know what? Thank you, Law.
Made more money.
You made me realize something that I hadn't realized before. Isn't that crazy?
That is insane.
So not only has he not been paid, okay, in that time, you're asking for him to take a discount when nobody else is taking a discount. Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, wait a minute. Are we saying that D-Law was the best in the football and he got paid?
On top of that,
Zeke Elliott, you can say.
I have to say this. They paid D-Law based off of 2 years of production. Remember, they didn't add the 3 years in because it would have went against his total production. On top of that, D-Law, wasn't he suspended for
PEDs?
PED?
Yep. Had back surgery too.
Back surgery?
Yep. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do here. Law's going to talk here. We're going to set this thing up so that way we can actually get my man in here.
Lisa, really appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Charlene, man, really appreciate you. That is very crazy. The information for the nation. Wait. That just hit me for Jason Witten. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Go to spoketrack.com and let's pull up Jason Witten contract. And we ain't talking about endorsements. Trust me, I can tell you.
So sick
we gonna go down that
road.
We're gonna go down that road again. But Jason Witten, collectively speaking, I want Cowboy Nations to pull up Jason Witten's salary from 2016 to 2020 and see how much money, remunerations, the pocket book that Jason Witten got, opposed to, dare I say, a Rain Dakota Prescott. Let me know who got paid more and let that sink into your mental. Cowboy Nation.
No, but they'll still.
It's crazy.
You'll get some people that'll say, but he was still overpaid.
He's still overpaid. Who, Jason or
that Dak Prescott? Because he's a bum.
He's a bum. Oh. Hey, my guy over here, Vale, says, "Oh, great, 2 Dak Prescott lovers." But the craziest thing about it,
you know what?
Hold on.
He doesn't have to listen.
He don't have to listen, but he's going to listen because he listened to greatness. I guarantee you he's going to stay on just for a little while because I got to educate your soul. It's not the fact that we are Dak Prescott fans, because I believe, dare I say, I knew about the Dak Prescott more football than Dak Prescott before he was born. We knew about the Cowboys before Dak Prescott was born. Do you agree or disagree, Mark Holmes?
We knew more about him?
We knew more about the Cowboys before Dak Prescott was even born.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We've been supporting this Cowboys franchise and organization before Jerry Jones thought about buying the team. Therefore, I can say, collectively speaking, I'm more of a Cowboys fan than, dare I say, Jerry Wayne Jones. He bought the team financially. We bought into this team emotionally. You see? I'm preaching to you. You might learn something today. I'm sitting here telling people that it would take me, my father, to come on this channel who don't like the Cowboys, to let you guys know.
Wait. Your father don't like the Cowboys?
Oh, my father don't like the Cowboys. He's a Green Bay Packer fan.
Oh, Lord.
But I will say this. He will let you know many of days I'm stretched out over the floor because of Tony Romo. Stretched out. Because I can say this, Cowboy Nation. We didn't like Tony Romo. We love Tony Romo. We defended Tony Romo. Right or wrong. Man, we got into some loud arguments about Tony Romo. So it's not about the players. It's about the facts. The fact of the matter is that since 2016, there's only one quarterback that won more games than Dak Prescott. His name is Tom Brady. On top of that, we've been playing with one hand behind our back. Is Jason Garrett equivalent to a Bill Belichick?
No.
If I were to just substitute Jason Garrett for Bill Belichick and have Bill Belichick coaching the Dallas Cowboys since 2016 and Jason Garrett move his butt over there in Boston land, do you think that the record would have still been the same? Let me know. If Jason Garrett was coaching, dare I say, the Patriots in 2016, and you have my guy, Bill Belichick, coaching the Dallas Cowboys since 2016, would that record still be 40-24 for Dak Prescott?
Oh, heck no.
How can the truth shall set you free?
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
Oh,
been
man,
a Cowboy
I
fan since 1976.
I'm
Shout
sorry,
out to you. What we got over here?
Ryan Kirk. I was trying to set
Ryan. Appreciate
Did
you.
I miss any over there for you?
Oh, let me see who we got over here. Philly Cowboy 76, man. He said, preach law. Boy, he made a donation to Help Grow the Nation too. Boy, let me tell you, I can't say this enough. It's not the fact that we are one individual player's fans.
Yeah.
We are Cowboys fans.
Oh, I'm without doubt, I'm a Cowboys fan. I mean, that's first and foremost.
Yeah. But I think that Dak is and can take them all the way. That's what I'm talking about. Cowboys up north. And Philly Cowboy fans, they put his name in the bucket again. He made another donation to Help Grow the Nation, Mark. Here you go right here. We got the donation. Really appreciate you. Philly Cowboy fan, or Philly Cowboy 76. That's what I'm talking about. All the way in Philly representing. Yeah.
He's a tailgate member.
Oh, he tailgate member?
Of Joe Boo Sports.
Joe Boo Sports. Really appreciate you, man. And Dak and Belichick would have had a couple of Super Bowls.
We're going to need to go ahead and do one of those drawings.
Yeah, so do a drawing, okay. I'm going to shake it up real good. I'm going to shake it up. The more times you put your name in this bucket right here, the bucket is almost flowing over.
Well, we may have to go in. We may have to go deep and try to
go deep.
You know, I might start pulling some shit off the walls here to get rid of it in here. You know, when you guys look around, you can see I'm really and truly blessed. I've got a lot of different stuff. I've been able to go to a lot of events. In fact, the reason why my channel started originally was because with my wife's job, I was able to actually go to a lot of different events and meet different people and things. And so I wanted to share the experiences with others. And that was before really I even discovered YouTube. I used to do most of it on Facebook. And so how it really started was people would see me taking pictures of Joe Boo and they'd wonder, is this man crazy? And go the other direction. Or they would say, what are you doing over there? And that's where I would take their picture. You can see some of the stuff there behind Law Nation and things and all that. And over here where I've got some.
And my guy Skywalker Steve made a donation to Help Grow the Nation. That's my guy, the young phenom Skywalker, man. Really appreciate you. Donation to Help Grow the Nation and Emancipation Proclamations. You see, shout out to you, yes. Go ahead, be talking about me, man. My words, man. It's my dog.
Where's
right
Skywalker now located at?
Skywalker is located. Hey, if you don't mind me saying, go ahead and post it down where you're located at, Skywalker.
I mean, just give me a region.
He's located in this region.
In Metropolitan DC?
Yeah, DMW. What you call this region?
I call it DMV for
DMV.
Maryland, DC, and Virginia.
Yeah, so he's in this region.
Oh, so you're saying is he could actually come over to the man cave?
He probably can't make that drive.
Oh, okay.
I know that his from me driving from Mississippi to Dallas. I know it ain't a 6-hour drive, you know.
We might get him. Big Payne, an Eagle fan. What's up?
Big
Two interceptions. I think that it's one of those cases where the Dallas Cowboys. I love what I heard from Mike McCarthy because he said basically we're going to take the players and what they do well and use their skill set as opposed to try and fit the players to our scheme.
PA, brother.
Oh, you're okay.
I mean 6-7 hours.
No, well, depending on what part of Pennsylvania. Okay. You know, Philly you can get here in about 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Okay.
Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, you can get here about 2 hours or so. But definitely, that's I tell you what,
feasible,
Skywalker. You know, here's what.
Strong.
400. You know, we had my man. What's running? Oh God, damn. Sergeant Cowboys.
We
had Tattoo Mark was here.
Yeah, shout out.
We had what's my running back from the '90s?
Lincoln
Coleman.
Number 40.
Lincoln was throwing down on the wings.
Number 44. What he was?
Oh man. Okay, Lincoln Coleman there. We had a ball. Listen, this is how we rolled. Chris Miller, thank you very much for the super chat. We had about 400 people. We had a 65-inch TV out there, okay? We had my man E2 Blue as the DJ, you know, pumping the beats out. It kind of messed up because it ended up shutting down my video, but be that as it may. And we had about 400 Cowboy fans. I cooked 140 pounds of chicken wings. There. We cooked, my man Cowboys, Philly Cowboy fan, my man, he helped me on the grill. He saved my ass because we cooked about 50 pounds of hamburgers. We threw down, we had a ball, and we kicked the Redskins' ass. Okay, so I'm going to try and see. The only problem is I don't know how the sound's going to be. Okay.
What's up, Sam?
Let me call E2 Blue here and see if I can get him in the house.
Yeah. Y'all let me know if y'all have any distortions or any chopping or feeds on this particular setting. I'm live from my cell phone, and we just trying to get this thing going one way or another. Really appreciate you all. Thank you all for tuning in. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Those convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. You know how it goes, Mark Holmes. At the end of the day, we don't like this team at all. We love this team. And I think that when people understand that portion of it, Mark, they can get the bigger picture. Y'all let me know, man. Yes, sir. Definitely can hop over. He said he can hop over to the man cave.
Turn your phone the other way, man.
Landscape that thing.
You can't hear me? You can't hear me?
I can hear him in your headphones over here.
I can hear him. I can hear you.
E2 Blue finna join in. Law, it's a delay. What the heck is what we doing?
Mic is on, man.
Shout out to you, man. Sounds great. Philly Cowboys 76. Really appreciate you.
Can you hear me now?
I don't have a boom mic or anything set up, so it's straight my phone.
Yes, I can hear you.
Let me see if I can turn this TV down just a little bit.
Okay, hold on. Let me click on the microphone. Can you hear me now?
So that didn't happen. That didn't work. Let me see if I can turn it down this way.
Okay, let me try and call you back and see what happens.
We'll see what we can do like this. And they going to let Coop walk. They better not. This is some Sam. They better not let Coop walk. They better not let Coop walk. At the end of the day, just looking at everything of what Amari Cooper was able to do for this team, I just don't want people to look at the Dallas Cowboys and say, whenever a player have a down season, it's all of this doom and gloom situation. There are situations and times that you can have a down season. On top of that, his down season equivalent to the collective numbers were, dare I say, equivalent to a DeAndre Hopkins. Let that sink into your mental. I do know that, Mark Holmes, I do know that they don't understand who DeAndre Hopkins is.
Oh, my God.
But DeAndre Hopkins is a bad receiver. He's a good brother. But I will say this, Cowboy Nation. Just stop. Stop it. Terrence Connor, man. We're going to have to write your name down. Let me see if I can grab a pen or something. Help you out, Mark Holmes.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, TC. Yeah. So you can get entered into the drawing. Terrence. We ain't talking about Terrence Williams. Yes, indeed. See, I'm helping Mark Holmes out for this drawing that you guys can get a chance of winning this deal right here. You see it. He trying to get E2 Blue up in here.
Let me try this one.
Shout out to you, E2 Blue.
I think I got it.
Yes, Greedy Vegan. What's good with you, man? Thank you so much for tuning in to the nation.
Let's see.
It's off and on. This is from Locks. Yo, I probably have to connect to your Wi-Fi, but
you?
But now I have to do a whole bunch of things to connect my phone to Wi-Fi.
Brother? Can you hear me?
He said yes, I think.
You can hear me?
Brian So-called.
Okay. Are you sad because you're not getting chicken wings?
Them chicken wings gonna be good, man. I heard they're gonna be fire.
Are you sad? Okay.
Yes, I'm in the man cave, Brian. I'm gonna write your name
actually
down so you can get a chance and an opportunity to win this situation. Yes, indeed. I wrote your name down.
Let me get you actually picture on picture over there, and I think I'm gonna have to use the
Get a chance to win.
Let me actually.
We like one of them QVC salesman people now, huh? But you get a chance when you make the donation. You get a chance to win one of these things. Yes. So the stream is real low. I might have to cut off one of these days. So here's the thing: if I do this, it may be a situation where I won't be able to read your comments. So that's what's going to happen. I'm going to have to end this thing so that I can read the comments.
Why's that?
Because, I got this tethered.
Oh, okay.
My phone tethered to this thing.
I got you.
And it's pulling out all of the data. That's why they having a bad poor connection.
Okay, so you're going to end that stream and then restart it?
I'm going to end this one. I'm going to end my little, little Y thing.
I'm working on getting E2 in. The only thing is I'm going to have to listen to him through my headset.
Oh, okay.
And I only have one over there. So I'd say something, E2. Can you hear him on the headphones? Talk, E2.
I can hear him.
You can hear me? Okay. All right, so that's cool. All right, so let me then go ahead and get another camera on. E2, you can start saying hello to everybody.
Yes, E2 in the house, man. Really appreciate E2.
Okay, so let me set this up here. Okay, so you're ending the chat there? Oh man. Okay.
Let me see. They said my voice is not marrying in. So what I'm gonna do, I'll be right back, Cowboy Nation. Really appreciate you all. Thank those who donated. Your name is in the book over here, and we will start the stream back up. Primarily, probably just to my YouTube page, because I'm live on Twitter right now. Also, we live on Facebook. So if you're on my Facebook, if you're on my other platforms, just jump over to the YouTube page. We'll be live like 95 there. Let's go, Cowboy Nation.
Talking on that, so
yes, indeed. I'm out. Peace.
Okay.
They probably like, man, Law was choppy like a mug.
So